Hey everyone, Cardlin here with some new writing prompts. I'm doing this one a little differently than the others, in that all the ideas are mine, and they're all in Halloween themed, in preparation for October. In case you're not aware, I plan on doing themed audios through all of October with a lot of spooky stuff. Now that having been said, not all Halloween stuff has to be scary outright. Some of it can still be cute, romantic, comforting, or even erotic, but with a spoopy theme. Now keep in mind, these are just writing prompts, not rules. They're just some ideas to get your creativity flowing. You can write a script about a completely different idea or a slightly different idea. You can write a script and use it yourself, give it to someone else, or just hold on to it. You can write a short story, a fanfic, whatever you like. These are just ideas to be shared with the community to help inspire creativity. And if you do write a script, you just write it up in like a Google Doc or something and just email it to me over at Cardlin-ish, which is Cardlinish @gmail.com. Now, without further ado, here are my top October script ideas. In the funny and cute category, we've got two ideas. The first one is called Snuck into the Cool Kids Costume Party. A very not cool kid gets mistaken for a very cool kid and ends up getting swept into a huge raging Halloween party at the cool kid's house. Quickly overwhelmed by the life away from his video games and computer, he finds a quiet place for a quick breather and happens upon another stowaway. I was thinking maybe he's wearing a mask and one of the cool kids confuses him for one of their friends and they sweep him up into a car, and next thing he knows he's in a party before he can say anything, and by that point it's too late, you know what I mean? And here he is at this cool kid's party and he doesn't know what to do and he's overwhelmed, so he goes to try to hide and he ends up stumbling upon somebody else. The next idea in the funny and cute category is our child's first Halloween. We take our child trick-or-treating for the first time, all the while regaling them with tales of our Halloweens past and even some of our Halloweens together. We all dress up in a group set of costumes too, of course, as one big happy family, and it's your choice as to what it is. I think this is nice and cute and adorable, and there's a lot of things you can do with this story. In the romantic category, we've got two stories. The first one is called Only on All Hallows Eve. This is a deceased loved one whose love for the listener was so strong that he was unable to pass on, learns that he can materialize for a few minutes on the night of Halloween. He does everything in his ghostly power to set the scene just right, practices his lines to death, and finally the moment's here. What does he say? What does he do? Second story in the romantic category is My Girlfriend the Ghost. As you can see, I'm really into the whole ghost theme. This time, the listener's the ghost, and her boyfriend is a medium who just can't get enough of her. Of course, it's a little hard to have a relationship, go on dates, and be intimate with someone who is incorporeal, not to mention invisible to everyone besides him, but hey, their love is strong enough to last through the grave. I don't do these often, wherein the person with a wacky special power or paranormal ability is the listener, but I figure it's fun to do sometimes. I know y'all like being the superhero, quote unquote, sometimes, and I think there's a lot of potentials for cuteness here. In the comforting category, we've got two stories. The first one is tried and true classic. It's called It's Just a Scary Movie, Baby, You're Safe. It's been a while since we did one of these, and I think we're about due for a new one. Maybe you talked me into watching a scary movie with you, even though I knew you'd be terrified. Maybe you wake up from a nightmare because you sat through that movie I told you shouldn't watch. Maybe you thought the movie was going to be a cute one, and you kept waiting for the puppy to come out or something. There are plenty of ways to do it, and I think there's plenty of different approaches to it, so I think we should give it another try. It's been a while. The second idea in the comforting category is, I think she might be the one, Dad. After calling her after work, he accidentally leaves the call open, and she realizes that his quote-unquote quick stop after work was actually him driving off to the cemetery to talk to his dead parent. He continues on to gush about her, how well things are going, and how he thinks she could be the one. She listens in as he has a conversation with his deceased parent, culminating in asking their permission for him to marry her. In the yandere/other category, we've got 2 stories. I'm expecting a lot of scripts in this category, by the way, so please send them in. The first one is, Not Even Death Can Keep Me From You. 1 year after his death, her lover Cardlin mysteriously appears at her doorstep. But is it really him? It certainly looks like him, feels like him, and God, he even kisses just like him, but there's something off about him. She can't quite place her finger on it, but there's something strange going on. The second idea in the yandere/other idea is kind of set in like a fantasy setting. It's called On the Eve of Apocalypse. This is it. Together, the 2 heroes have traveled across the land, slaying foes and righting wrongs, all in the name of good and justice. They've been through so much together, and they find themselves with a moment to themselves on the night before what will undoubtedly be their final battle together. Their feelings for each other finally come bursting forth. I like the idea of 2 heroes who have, accomplished so much, and they're about to charge like the final boss guy, and they don't know if they're going to survive. And chances are they might not. It might be that they know for sure they won't, due to some weird thing that'll happen in the fight or something. I don't know. But, yeah, I think there's potential there. And finally, in the 18 plus only erotic category, please only write these if you're 18 plus. I will not be accepting scripts from people who are not 18 plus in the erotic category. We have 2 stories. The first one is The Luckiest Black Cat. Shutting down the bookstore for the evening, the owner finds a black cat out in the alley behind, drenched by the storm. He lets her in, gives her shelter and food for the evening, and goes to bed, deciding to find the cat's owner in the morning. Little does he know that the cat is actually a witch in disguise. A very appreciative witch who wishes to show her savior just how grateful a witch can be. The second one, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of hype for this one. This one's called For the Sake of the Pack. The son of the Alpha and the daughter of the Pack Wise One couldn't be any more different. He's a brooding and brash alpha in the making, eager to bring honor to their tribe, while she is solemn and studious, devoted to nature and her magical connection to the land itself. When prophecy demands the 2 are to mate for the sake of keeping their pack strong, they both agree to do what they must. But that doesn't mean they have to like it. Kind of like a tsundere werewolf, I guess. I don't know. I had the idea. It sounded great in my head. All the same, I'm sure, given how much requests I get for more werewolf audios, that somebody at least will be hyped about this one. Finally, in the art prompt section, I've got 3 different types of Cardlins I'd like for you to draw, pretty please, if you can. I need Darklin, which is a dark and scary version of Cardlin. I need Scared Cardlin, like a terrified, oh no kind of Cardlin. And the last one, this is kind of weird, is Father Cardlin, Dad Cardlin. I'm thinking like a Cardlin in his mid-30s, early 40s, who can talk to his teenage daughter or young daughter about some things that she might be worried about. I have a script that's really great, and I just don't have any art that kind of matches it. So yeah, that about wraps it up. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled writing prompts in October. Until then, however, check the link in the description below for a brand new October-only script idea submission form. Submit your favorite spoopy ideas, and I'll pick my favorites, have you vote on your favorites, and share them with y'all in 2 weeks so that you can get them in before the end of October. So, on your marks, get set, right. Leave your script ideas in the link below. I'll let you vote on your favorites and put them in the next video of mine. I like Jack's films. Okay, bye.